to work. Yep.
Hello, I can't hear you.
I'm not talking. Can you hear me? Is that okay? Right. I'm going to assume you all can hear me, okay? Because if you can't, put your hand up, okay? Deep, you got your hand up. Deep Singh, you got your hand up. Is there a problem? Okay, you're taking your hand away. Good, 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 good. So yes, we are going to continue with the very hard topic of algebraic fractions, specifically adding and subtracting algebraic fractions, okay? And as I told you last week, some of these are going to be the hardest things you've done so far, okay? And probably, the hardest things you're going to be coming to doing for a number of in some cases maybe a number of years, okay? So we want to continue getting you up to speed on the difficult questions, okay, so that you can be confident about doing these when you walk into an exam, at the end of year 10, okay? That's what we want you to do. So let's start off with an easy one again, and then you guys are all going to walk me through what we started off last week, okay? And you're going to tell me exactly how we're going to do this, okay? So we'll do a simple one, which is I'm going to run through these very quickly, okay? And if there's any problems, you let me know. I want to spend at least 45 to 50 minutes on some really difficult questions, okay? Really difficult questions. So I'm going to start off with the simplest question that we came across, okay? Which was, if I've got, so this is just, I don't know why this mouse does this every so often. Why are we doing this today? So this is example. My handwriting is dreadful on this thing today. I don't know why. Okay, example 1. Okay, so who can tell me what we do here? If I've got x over 4
What are you doing?
plus x over 5. Who wants to go of how to simplify this and express this as one
Can't hear you
particular fraction?
properly.
You can't hear me properly. Who's that? Who's that? Who's that saying they can't hear me? Is that you, Kapoor? Okay, let's just do this again. Hands up, anybody who can't hear me clearly. Okay, nobody's put their hand up, so I'm assuming that you're all okay. So Simran, you can't hear me. Everybody can. What's the problem, Simran? Speak, please.
Your voice is really, really low.
Voice is really, really low. Give me a second then. Let's have a look.
And
This
it's
might
really
be
hard to listen.
okay. Give me a second. Let me see. Give me a second. And this is why I really dislike Zoom, because where are the settings on Zoom? Give me a second. Test mic. Testing. 1, 2, 3. Okay, I haven't got any other settings. Can you hear me now? Is that good enough? Because it's telling me that you can all hear me. Simran, please say something if you can't hear me.
It's better now. It's because
I haven't
there's some background.
Yeah, I haven't changed anything, so give me a second.
I think it's because there's some background noise. Your voice sounded a little low.
Okay, where was the background noise? In your space or my space?
Mine.
Okay.
I have some construction going on near my house.
Right. Okay, that's not something I can control, though, is it? So you need to be able to manage
No, I
that.
thought it was coming from your place.
Okay.
But then when I looked up on the mine.
Okay. Let's make a start. Okay. So, can somebody tell me how we're going to do this? How do we start off with this particular type of question? What do? We want to get what the same. In order for us to add this, what was the things that we wanted to kind of do? So, what do?
First, we have to find the common factor.
Correct. Yeah.
20.
Which is, yeah, it's going to be 20. So if we want to get the denominator the same, okay, if we want to get this particular part of the fraction the same, if this is the same, then we can definitely add them together. So as we pointed out, somebody pointed out, was the common number that we have is going to be 20. So 24 is going to 20, and also 5 is going to 20. So what do I need to do? And I'm just going to draw this out in long form, but later on we'll just carry on doing it as in short form. What do I need to do to the 4 to get it to 20? What do I need to multiply by?
Multiply it by 5.
Okay. And the same for the 5. What do I need to do?
For 4.
By 4. So what we end up with, ladies and gentlemen, is the following. So we end up with, and remember we were doing it the long way.
You also have to change the. You also have to change the numerators.
Yeah, and this is what we're going to do next. So what we were doing the long form, we put a 5 outside, okay? Because whatever we do to the bottom, to the denominator, we have to do to the numerator. We have to, okay? So I'm just putting a 5 outside. Remember what I said last week? We're just rewriting the equation, okay? And I'm just going to put an x over 4 there. That's all I'm going to do. And again, I'm going to rewrite this equation again. I'm just going to put a 4 outside because I've got to multiply everything by 4, okay? And it's going to be an x, and it's going to be a 5 there. And now if I expand this out, what does this equal to? You know what? I don't know why this thing changes, and it's changing. Why is it changing? I'm losing the will to live today with this thing. Right, so this equals 2. So what's 5 times x is equal to? 5 times x?
5x.
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 And 5 times 4 is equal to 20, as we just said. We're aiming towards 20. And then the next one, what's 4 times x?
4x.
And the bottom bit.
20.
Right, so tell me then. So what's
9x over 20.
perfect? That is the simplest type of question you're going to get, okay, in the algebraic
I thought this
fractions.
was just so easy.
Yep, let's not get too overconfident.
We know the way to do it. It's much more simpler.
Absolutely, absolutely. Right, let's move on to a slightly more, I'm going to be jumping through difficult questions. So this is the next example that we're going to do. And again, this is just a 15-minute recap, okay? Example 2, 5z. Again, we can have any character over 6 minus 4z over 9. So what's the number we're aiming towards? What's the common?
48. I mean, 54.
You can. Remember what we said. There's a rule here. We want to go for the lowest
3.
number that goes. No. What's the number that will go into the highest number that will go into? So it has to be a higher number.
The
Okay.
highest number.
Yep.
That's
54.
54. That's 54.
It can be 54, but what other multiples do we have of these basically?
I don't know.
36.
That's lower. It has to be higher.
Which number do you think we should go for? And remember, so think of it this way. Think of it this way.
12 is going to be 12. If 6 times 12, it's going to be 60. But if it's 9
So what?
times 12,
Think of it this way. What number goes into both? Can be divided by 6 and 9 equally? What's the
18.
right? That's the first number. Yeah. And generally, when we ask you to simplify a fraction, what are we asking you to do? We're asking you to use the lowest numerator, correct? Sorry, the lowest denominator, correct? That's what we're saying. So when we say to you express 2/4, it's going to be 1/2, isn't it? I really, really.
The answer.
Okay. So hold on, give me 1
Six
second. So
times 18.
it is correct.
6 times
So
18 and 9 times 12.
correct. So no. So what we do, it has to be the same number. So this number. So the number we're aiming for here
Is
and here is 18.
aim for
So what do I need to do to get 18? If I've got a 6 there, what do I need to do to the 6?
times it by 3
Perfect. And what do I need to do to the 9 to get it to be 18?
times it by 2.
Perfect. Perfect.
But
Perfect.
sir, you said we were doing the highest common factor, not the lowest common factor.
But as I said, you can, but generally, when you are asked to simplify a fraction,
Oh.
okay. So although your answer would be correct, at the very end, you would still need to express it as the lowest common denominator. Okay, so you can write it down, but eventually you will be asked to express it in the lowest common form. So why don't we just work it in this way? So as somebody said, the way to think of it is, what's the lowest number? Yes, you got a question?
No,
Who was that?
I was testing my mic.
Okay. So the general question, the general goal is, what's the lowest number? Okay, I'm going to mute somebody, whoever's talking, I'm going to mute you, okay, because I'm getting a lot of background noise from somebody, right? So if you want to talk, put your hand up, okay? So the general rule is, find the lowest number that can be divided by each of the denominators, okay? So the lowest number was 18. It can definitely be divided by 6, and it can definitely be divided by 9. And that's the way we're going to do it. So let's carry on. So what do I need to do? I need to rewrite this, okay? I need to rewrite this. I'm going to put the 3 outside. It's going to be 5z over 6. And by the way, we've done these questions last week or similar forms, so you should be well versed in these, okay? And when I expand this out, what do I get? So what's 3 times 5z? What is it? What's
15z
15z
over 18
over 18?
8z over 18.
Yeah, 8z over 18,
Your
which is
answer
equal to,
23.
yeah, which is, it's minus here. It's minus. I'm doing
Oh,
minus.
7z over 18.
Perfect.
8, 15 minus
Okay.
7z over 18.
Okay. Perfect. Right. We're going to jump to some more complex ones.
Even more